welcome to this Healthy Indulgences cooking class. I am your host, Chef Steph, and I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorite dessert recipes, and that is peanut butter blondies. This is gluten-free, dairy-free, and artificial sugar-free, so that is a dessert that you can feel good about. Let me give you a little preview of what it's going to look like, of the deliciousness. Boom, you're gonna actually have a lot more than this, but it just looks cute on a plate, right? So check that out. Are you seeing the gooiness? Are you seeing the amazingness? That is what you get to eat and have no guilt over. Such a good recipe. This has been like a go-to with me for my whole life. Today I'm gonna show you exactly how to make it. We're gonna cook it together. A very simple recipe, and it only has 7 ingredients, 6 ingredients if you don't use this little dash of cinnamon over here. And as you know, we have a friend who's gonna be cooking with us. MC, what's up, buddy? I'll bring him over here just to say hello because he's so kindly jumped up just to say hey and say what's up to you guys. He wanted to hang. So without MC's help, you can still make a really delicious dessert, but if you got some help, that's awesome too. So if you have kids, bring them in, have them help you with this. It's really fun. And actually, I forgot one extra ingredient, so it is 6 ingredients, 7 if you add the cinnamon. I'll go through the ingredients with you. We're gonna make it together. I'll show you how it's done, and then also you're gonna have a handout with the recipe. So I wanted to gift you that. This is from everything that I do in my business, and I just thought it'd be nice if you had the recipe so you could follow it yourself and eat it anytime you want. This is something that is so good. As you saw, this is what we're making, these gooey peanut butter blondies, and they are amazing. I cut them into these like little pieces like this because they're the perfect dessert food. And if you were with us through any of the nutrition teachings, then you know that when it's truly something that nourishes your body, you don't need a lot of it. You're gonna find that you have less cravings and you don't eat as much because you're truly being nourished. A craving comes from your body wanting more of something. So it's saying, I'm not getting the nutrients I need, give me more. Until I get the nutrients I need, I'm gonna crave stuff. So if you're getting those dessert cravings, sweet cravings, chocolate cravings, whatever it is, you can rest assured that with this dessert, you are going to have something that actually nourishes your body and your body's going to feel very satisfied with, so you don't need to eat a lot of them, which is great because I know sometimes a lot of us women struggle with overeating, and especially desserts. If it's in front of you, you're like, this used to be me. I would like finish the pan. That was always my thing, is like, I just like eat it all because I would be emotional eating and overeating and I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed. So through having healthy desserts like this one and the other ones that I'm going to show you, this is going to be a game changer for your life. So if you're excited for this healthy dessert recipe, I want you to drop a comment below and say, I'm excited. Big letters, put them in caps, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see all of your responses when you actually try this recipe. You're going to love it. It is so good. It is such a game changer, life changer recipe. I literally bring this to like all parties that I go to because everyone's like, Steph, can you bring peanut butter blondies? The great thing about this too is if for whatever reason you might have a nut allergy to peanuts or you just don't like peanut butter, you can make it with almond butter too, cashew butter, any of the nut butters you can use. Sunflower seed butter, you can do that too. Lauren, hey, what's up? Super excited. Brenda says, hey Brenda, where are you tuning in from? I am so excited to make this recipe with you guys. You're gonna love it. You're going to love it. I am Chef Steph and I am here to give you all of the info you need to make the most delicious, wonderful, gooey peanut butter blondies that will nourish your body and be something that you don't have to feel guilty about eating. You can get a sweet craving, eat this and be like, all right, I'm good to go. So let's go through the ingredients first. And if you're excited to be here, if you're excited to learn this recipe, if you're excited to try this, it's going to be amazing. This is so good for weight loss. If you're excited, I want you to type in the comments below and say, I'm excited. Let us know, comment, and interact with us. This is an interactive cooking show, which makes it even more fun. Okay, so the first ingredient I have here, I wanted to specifically show you this bag too, so that you have the brand. It's called Pasha. You can see that. I bought it at Whole Foods. You can get it on Amazon too, I'm pretty sure. And you can see there that it says 85% cacao. That's a really big thing. So number one, 85%. Anything over 70% when you're talking about chocolate means that you will actually get the health benefits of chocolate. Anything below 70%, it's not going to have any health benefits. And that's the great thing about chocolate. I know we've talked about this before, but chocolate is actually amazing for you. It's super high in nutrients and it's very nourishing for your body. And it's extremely high in magnesium. Magnesium is something that almost every American is deficient in. So we actually need chocolate. Chocolate's great, but it's got to be the right kind of chocolate. So it has to be over 70% chocolate for you to get any of those awesome benefits from it. So this one's 85%. And then also notice that it says cacao. So there's a big difference between cocoa and cacao. Cacao is the most pure form of chocolate, and that is the health one. That's where you're gonna get, again, these amazing health benefits from eating it. So make sure it's cacao instead of cocoa and over 70% chocolate when you buy it. I got these again at Whole Foods. I'm sure you can get it online. It's organic also, bittersweet dark chocolate chips. These are awesome because these are literally the best brand that I have found of chocolate chips. So if you use chocolate chips in baking, there's actually good ones now. Lauren's super excited. Awesome. I'm super excited too. And, oh, I swiped away everybody's comments. I just want to make sure that we're interacting here. So as you tune in, say hello, say where you're watching from, and then also post any comments and things that you're excited about on here. As I say in all of my trainings, if you hear something that resonates with your heart and your soul and you want to integrate it into your life and into your body, type it in the comments. The more you write something down, the more you write something down, and then the more, I'm going to open this for him. This is where he hangs out, especially when I'm cooking. It's my cooking friend, MC, my cat. Okay, so I lost my train of thought talking about my cat. Oh, I was saying that to integrate this into your life, type it and write it. It will really solidify in your brain the more you do that, and it'll also help other people who are watching. So anytime something resonates with you, I want you to comment that on there. So yeah, love that. That's our first ingredient. Second ingredient is honey. So as you saw in the recipe, this is a artificial sugar-free recipe, which again is super important because with artificial sugars, you are actually inhibiting your body's system. You're confusing the body. It's like basically a toxin. So you don't want artificial sugar in your body. That's white sugar, brown sugar, even raw cane sugar is still artificial sugar. I know my mom especially, she always comes to me and she's like, I got those sugar in the raw packets, they're better for you, right? And I hate to say it, but I'm always like, honestly, they're not. They're very equivalent. They look like they're healthier. They're marketed to be healthier. They're equivalent to your white sugar or a brown sugar. So best sugar you can get that's not artificial sugar would be honey, maple syrup, 100% pure maple syrup, coconut palm sugar I love to use in dessert recipes, which you'll see in my other dessert recipes because it's granulated and it's really delicious and it's amazing and it just tastes good and it's really close to sugar but not artificial. Today we're using honey, and it's very important when you buy honey that it be raw and especially local. So the best place to get honey is at your local farmer's market. Go there, get some delicious, wonderful honey, and start using that as your sweetener instead of sugar. So I've got my honey here that we'll be using. I have peanut butter. As I said before, you can use any nut butter in this recipe. I've used almond butter. It's really delicious. I've used cashew butter. You can just go have fun with that. I bought organic, and then this is the Whole Foods brand. So the thing I want you to note here, we've talked about ingredients before and just how important they are. The ingredients, again, they're way more important than the calories and all that other stuff. So take a close look at that. I want to make sure that you're seeing it. Look at the ingredients. I know it's a little bit blurry. There's only one ingredient in there, and that is dry roasted organic peanuts. Organic is important, and one ingredient is important too, because a lot of peanut butters that you look at the store you're gonna find that they have sugar added to them and salt added. And like we talked about in a previous video, salt is highly processed unless you buy a good kind. So if you find salt just in a product, it's gonna be the highly processed salt. You don't want that in there. So it's really important. Even this organic Whole Foods brand, the one that is that does not say unsweetened and no salt, has processed salt, and it has cane sugar, which is, again, it's another, that's like a processed sugar. So it's not your artificial sugar free kind of thing. So you want to always get that. Look out for that. Look out for there being one ingredient. Sometimes you see oils in nut butters as well. Stay away from that. This one, again, there is no other oil. It's just dry roasted organic peanuts. That's the only ingredient, literally the only ingredient in here. So that's our peanut butter. We'll be using real salt. Like I told you guys before, this is my favorite brand of salt. You can see the flecks of color in that salt. Those are the minerals. So the darker one is the mineral manganese. There's 82 trace minerals in this salt. This salt is amazing for you. So we'll be using real salt. It comes from Utah. And we have some cinnamon. We're just going to use like a splash of that. So this is not super necessary to the recipe, but great to have if you got it around and if you like cinnamon. I have an egg. This is a free-range organic egg. Organic eggs are so important. Organic over free-range if you have to pick. But so always get organic. But got our egg. Just one egg is all you'll need. We've got some coconut oil. And when I buy coconut oil, I always get cold pressed and trying to think of the other thing. Cold pressed coconut oil. If I think of it, I'll say it. But yeah, cold pressed for sure. And so we'll be using that only to grease our pan with. And because coconut oil is a high heat oil, you can cook at high heats with this, like we'll be baking in the oven. And then we've got some baking soda. You'll just need a little bit of that. Who's excited? Who's excited for this amazing recipe? I can't wait to make this with you guys. This is one of my very favorites. It's so good. I'm going to start by preheating my oven. So if you're cooking with me, preheat your oven right now to 350. We're going to walk over here and just get that going, just so we heat our oven up so we can get stuff ready to put in and be delicious. It's such a fast recipe. It's fast to make, it's fast to bake, and it's also fast because it doesn't have a ton of ingredients and there's not a lot of steps. It's very simple. Okay, so we are going to start off by getting our peanut butter together. So you're going to do a cup of peanut butter. So I use my cup, 1 cup measurement over here, and we're going to just get out a large bowl. That's really the only thing you'll need, which again, is so easy, so nice, because this recipe is just simple. And that's what I like. It's gotta, you have a busy life. Like, let's not even pretend like you don't. You're busy, you got a lot of stuff to do, so it's important for the things that you have for your health, it's important that those things be easy, right? And quick. So I am pouring 1 cup of peanut butter into here. And this recipe is just enough. If I go to a party, I make a double batch of this because people get obsessed and they just want to eat they want to eat them. They want to eat them like they're delicious, and they want to tell everybody about it. So I have a cup of peanut butter right here, which I will be just dumping in here. And we're going to scoop this. And again, you have the recipe for this, so if you want to follow along with me, or you want to do this at another time, maybe you're busy right now, but you're watching the video just to get the scoop on what's going on over here, that is totally fine. You will have a recipe for that. So that is 1 cup of peanut butter. And it is, again, organic peanut butter. And it is no sugar, no salt added. Boom. Okay, let's grab our egg. 1 egg. Crack that into the bowl. This is a gluten-free, dairy-free, artificial sugar-free recipe. So I'm going to go toss my egg. We have our egg in the bowl now. And next we will be putting in just a little hint of cinnamon. I like it because I like cinnamon, but if you don't like cinnamon, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna do a little psh. That's my mom's technical term when she cooks and bakes, so I've adopted that myself. Psh. I'll be like, how much, Mom? Just a little, psh, you know, just like a psh. So, you know, pretty self-explanatory right there. Okay, next we are going to be doing a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So we got our baking soda right here, and I don't have any of those little measurements, so I just know how much is a 1/2 teaspoon, and about that much. So we'll put that in, boom, very simple. Then, let's see, we've got honey. Oh, we didn't do our honey yet, of course. So we did our baking soda. I'll put everything over here that we've done so far. Oh, we want a little salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, your real salt. So we've got that right there, going into our bowl. Boom, beautiful. And then we're gonna do our honey. This is a 1/2 cup of honey. Yum. So honey right here. I believe I have actually I know I have a 1/2 cup measure, but I also like things to be simple, right? So I am just going to be doing a 1/2 cup. So then I only have one to clean. Like to keep it easy. So we've got about a 1/2 cup of honey in there. And we are going to pour that beautiful honey in. Who's excited? This recipe is so good. I can't wait for you to try it. I'm excited, as you can tell. Very, very, very excited. Okay, I'm gonna just scoop out. I love having this little spatula around. It's really helpful because it just gets all of the stuff out of there. So if you don't have one of these, I mean, everybody has a spatula of some sort, but this one specifically, like this size and this texture is really helpful. I mean, I use it almost every recipe. I'm trying to see if I can tell what brand this is so I can, it says Revereware. I'm not really sure where that's from. If anybody knows who carries that brand, let us know, but I'm not familiar. I think my mom gave me that one actually as a gift, a home warming gift. Okay, so the only thing that we won't put in is our chocolate chips. We will fold those in after we mix this up. So we will just grab your spatula, grab your bowl, see how everything looks in here. Now let's blend it on up. I'm telling you, it's so simple, so fast. If you have kids, if you have friends, everybody can help with this recipe. It's really fun. Kids especially love this part where you're just mixing it all together. They feel like they did something really cool. Played a big part in making their food, which is really, it's so important to get kids into making their stuff. And then again, I have to always say this when I'm making something, that I'm literally putting love into my food, because your body absorbs the food and the energy that it is being given. So when you're eating this food, it really does make a huge difference in how it's digested and assimilated if it's made with love. So as I'm making this, I am thinking about the love that I'm putting into this food. I'm like, you know what? For all the people that eat this, the people I love, the friends, the family, I want it to nourish their bodies and just make them feel the best they've ever felt. I just want to have this nourish my own body, be really healing and healthy. Any ailments I have, please allow this food to just go in there and heal it on up and make me the healthiest version of myself ever. So as you can see, everything's all blended up in there. It's looking good. We will just fold in our chocolate chips, and we do a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. So again, I'm just using my whole cup, and I'm just putting in a 1/2, and that's depending on how many chocolate chips you want. I think a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips is actually a lot for this recipe. So sometimes I do a little bit less, but it's up to you. Maybe you freaking love chocolate chips, and if that's you, then you go for it, girl, because these chocolate chips are nourishing. So you're just gonna fold the chocolate chips in. And to fold it, it's just, you know, a very light, simple movement. You're not like whipping it or whisking it or going crazy or anything. Just a nice, integrate that in evenly. So next, while our oven is heating up, we are going to grease our pan with some coconut oil. So this is what I'm using. This is like a muffin loaf pan. I love it. It works for me, and I like the size and the thickness of the Blondies that I make. So let me show you that again. This is the thickness that I have right there that comes from this, but I've also used like 8x8 glass pans, and they make really good ones too. So it's just totally up to you what you have, what you like. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of coconut oil here, and I'm gonna put that into our pan and just put that in there so that the Blondies don't stick to the pan when they come out. It's great to have them look as pretty as they taste. So I always think that, you know, really nourishing. Hey, I love the hearts. Thank you. Keep them coming. It's really, I always think that it makes a big difference if the food looks great. I mean, you're eating your food with all of your senses. When you look at it, when you smell it, when you touch it, everything. All of the senses are engaged when we eat. So it really makes a big difference for your food to be beautiful and to be given a lot of love while you're making it. Put a lot of love into it. I put so much love into these peanut butter Blondies. So okay, our pan is now greased. Our oven is heated. I'm just gonna rinse this coconut oil off my hands. But as you know, coconut oil is amazing for everything. So you can just use it as some moisturizer, whatever you want. Put a little in your hair, you know, get a little hair treatment going. Okay, so now we're gonna take this and we're just gonna put it right into our pan. And then get ready for some baking. And it doesn't bake for very long. My favorite for this pan is 18 minutes. So I'll have you set your timer for 18 minutes and check it. But, you know, if you have a thinner pan, you might want to go a little bit less. If you like them a little more cooked, then you can cook them maybe 2 minutes longer. But honestly, like for me, 18 minutes with these in this pan, they're like the perfect gooiness. And when you take them out, you might think to yourself, that doesn't look cooked at all. I need to put that in for a couple more minutes. But don't be fooled. I've made these so many times. Don't be fooled because they are done. Even if they look a little gooey, once you pull them out of the oven, they'll do their thing, and then they'll solidify, and they'll be nice on the outside, and then just like super, super gooey on the inside. So, whoop, there we go. Our oven is preheated and ready. How time efficient is this, right? Like literally, we're about to be ready to put this in the oven. We've just mixed everything up, and the oven is ready to go. So that is how easy and simple and quick this recipe can be. Anytime you have a little sweet craving, just make these. It doesn't take long to make them. It's very quick, very fun, and good to have. And you can always freeze them too. So this is what it looks like in our pan, and it's ready to go in the oven. It's gonna be so delicious. I'm gonna come over here and just read a couple comments. I'm seeing some comments coming in. Karen says, looks delicious. Sophia's hungry. Karen, can't wait to try it. You're gonna love it. You will love this recipe. Claudia, everything that I'm looking for. Gluten-free, dairy, and sugar-free. Thank you, Steph. It's the recipe for the week. Yes, awesome. I'm excited for you to try it, Claudia. You will love this recipe. Yes, it is not sugar-free, but it is artificial sugar-free. Just wanna make sure I put that out there. Our sweetener is a natural sweetener, which is honey. And again, like we were talking about with the salt, just a little thing. Actually, let's put our Blondies into the oven. Okay, put them in, and then I'll tell you all about that. All right, so we're gonna put them in there, and we're gonna set our timer for 18 minutes. Again, if you're doing a smaller pan, like a thinner pan, then just set it for like 16 and check them. But they might look super gooey, but that's how they're supposed to be. They'll solidify a little on the top and the bottoms and stay gooey in the middle. That's how you want them. So just like with salt, most salt is processed, so you don't get any of the nutrients. Just like chocolate chocolate is not bad for you. Chocolate's amazing for you. It's full of nutrients and minerals that your body needs, which is why we crave it. Honey, or not honey, but natural sweeteners are the same. So there are sweeteners with nutrients. There are actually sweeteners with nutrition that can benefit your body, but they have to be the real ones, which is why we use natural sweeteners instead of artificial. So something like a raw local honey, a 100% pure maple syrup, coconut palm sugar, date. These are actual foods that contain nutrition. So they're sweeteners that can actually benefit your body, which is really exciting. And it's something to be aware of because it definitely assimilates differently in your body. I'm a weight loss coach, so it's really important for me to make sure that every recipe that I'm creating for my clients and for myself are going to be recipes that are full of nutrition and nutrients and good stuff and things that will benefit your body and actually make you better instead of things that will potentially just like set you back. So you can trust that every recipe that you ever get from me is going to be as nourishing and nutritious as possible. I'm hyper aware of the ingredients that I use. Very important to me. And I also put a lot of love into the food that I make, which is, it comes out in the flavor. Anybody ever cooked with love and had everybody complimenting like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing food I've ever had. It just tastes so good. That's the love, right? You know what I'm talking about. When you put that love in the food, people feel it and your body assimilates it in a very different way. So this is your recipe for peanut butter blondies. Let me show you what the end result will look like. This is the finished product right here. Don't those look amazing? I'm gonna I have to take a bite of this just to show you the gooiness. See that gooey factor right there? Whoa! Oh my gosh. So good. So gooey. So delicious. Such a good recipe. I'm really excited for you to try. You're gonna love it. So after those 18 minutes are up, you're good to go. Let them sit for a second. Cut them up, eat them, enjoy them. They're gooey, they're delicious, they're gluten-free, they're artificial sugar-free, and they are dairy-free. So it will nourish your body and be the best weight loss dessert you've ever had. If you like this recipe, if you're excited about it, if you want to learn more, leave me a comment below, drop me your favorite emoji if you're excited about this recipe and can't wait to try it. I'm so excited to be here to provide awesome recipes for you as Chef Steph with your healthy indulgences. It's been so fun cooking together and I cannot wait for our next recipe. It's gonna be really great. Let me know if you have any questions by commenting below, and I'm just so excited. Get on this recipe. Post me some pictures too, by the way. I almost forgot to say that. If you make this recipe, take some photos, post it up. If you post it on social media, make sure you tag me. I am at Steph Hendel, H-E-N-D-E-L. I know it says Steph Tarnofsky on some of my stuff. I just got married to Josh Tarnofsky, so tag me under Steph Hendel on anything that you put up. Enjoy the recipe. Have a great rest of your day. You guys are awesome. I will see you soon.